Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to look at a high school IT class that's doing something really different. It's turning regular old homework into a mission that has a real impact on the community. So, let's just start with a big question. I want you to think about this for a second. What if that project you were assigned in school wasn't just about getting a grade? What if it could actually make a real, tangible difference right outside your classroom door? I mean, we've all been there, right? So much of school feels like you're just practicing for a game you've never actually seen played. In class, you're working on these abstract problems, mostly for your own individual grade. But then you get out into the real world and bam, it demands something totally different. Intense teamwork, crazy tight deadlines, and results you can actually see and touch. So yeah, let's really dig into this disconnect between school and the real world. Because once you get that gap, you can see just how cool and innovative this classroom project really is. And this is where a teacher named Mr. Moreno and his Principles of Information Technology class come into the picture. He saw this gap and created a project that doesn't just pretend to be the real world, it actually gets out there and participates in it. So what was his solution? Well, it started by completely reframing the assignment. This wasn't just homework anymore. This was a mission for good. Now check this out. This quote from Mr. Moreno, it's everything. From day one, he tells his students, "You aren't students anymore, you are professional consultants." That one sentence completely changes the game. It sets this incredibly high professional standard and gives their work a whole new level of meaning. And listen, this isn't some made-up assignment. The students partner with real local nonprofits in El Paso. We're talking about amazing organizations like the El Pasoans Fighting Hunger Food Bank and Rescue Runners. Their job is to pick one of these groups and create a full professional plan for a real event, like a volunteer drive or a fundraiser. The whole mission follows this really clear professional path. It kicks off with the students doing their research and picking a nonprofit that they actually care about. From there, they dive deep, planning out a single event and building a super detailed project plan from scratch. And the final step? A high-stakes presentation where they pitch their plan like they're in a real boardroom talking to the board. Okay, so if you're gonna act like a pro, you need to think and work like one, right? And that means getting your hands on a pro-level toolkit. And this right here is so important. They're not getting some watered-down school version of this stuff. The students are learning and using the exact same lingo and concepts that professional project managers use out in the field every single day. For instance, they learn all about deliverables. So instead of their final product being, just another essay, it's a professional grade plan that a nonprofit could actually use. They also have to define the scope. Now, this one is huge. It's basically about drawing a line in the sand and saying, this is what we're doing and this is what we're not doing. It keeps the whole project focused and actually achievable. And finally, they have to identify all the stakeholders, which really just means figuring out everyone who has a vested interest in the project's success, from the people working at the nonprofit all the way to the volunteers from the community. And I love this part because it shows how they learn to collaborate for real. The students are broken up into these small teams with really specific professional roles. You've got a project leader keeping everyone on track, a reporter who's documenting all the decisions, an editor making sure everything is top-notch, and a presenter who delivers that final polished pitch. It's a perfect mirror of how a real project team works. And get this, they have to pull all of this off on a crazy tight deadline. Just look at this 2-week timeline. It is intense. By Thursday of the first week, their big project charter is already due. By the end of the second week, they're on their feet delivering that final presentation. This is no slow, drawn-out school project. It's a high-stakes professional sprint. So, after a sprint like that, what's the real long-term impact? I mean, it goes way beyond just a final grade. It's all about building skills for work and, honestly, skills for life. One of the biggest light bulb moments here is the realization that even though a nonprofit is driven by its mission and a corporation is driven by profit, they both run on the exact same engine: good, solid project management. And that means the skills these students are learning, they're totally transferable to any field they decide to go into. And yeah, these skills, they're the exact things employers are looking for. Teamwork, clear communication, hitting your deadlines, solving tough problems, and being able to plan but also adapt when things go wrong. This project isn't just teaching IT, it's like a boot camp for being employable. But honestly, the value goes way beyond just landing that first job. So where else do these skills actually pop up? The answer is pretty much everywhere. I mean, think about it. Managing a huge, complex group project in college? Yep. Standing out and getting ahead in your very first job? Absolutely. How about leading a team someday in any career? You bet. Heck, these skills even make planning personal stuff easier, once you know how to manage things like scope and stakeholders and a timeline. And that's really the big idea here, isn't it? What this whole project proves is that the best, most powerful learning doesn't just stay inside the four walls of a classroom. It gets out there, it connects what you know to what you can do, and it shows students that even something like homework, when it has a real purpose, can actually change the world.